Hey y'all, it's your one dope queen, and I'm here at Sutter County Museum in Yuba City. And today I got the chance to interview three of the pillar people who put together the African American exhibit. It's called From Barbers Row to Beale Air Force Base, Black History in Yuba-Sutter. And we had a wonderful conversation. So please watch and enjoy as I sit down and talk with them about what they're doing in this wonderful, wonderful museum. If you haven't been here, please come out and see. This is my first time being out here, and I'm quite ashamed that I've never been here. But it's amazing. I'm gonna have to do a whole nother segment about just the museum itself. This was a great interview, and I hope you enjoy it. Life, love, and blessings. Your one dope queen. Okay. How is everyone doing today?
Great.
Good. So let's start with introductions. Tell us who you are and what your role is at the museum.
Yeah, hi, I'm Molly Bloom. I'm the director and curator here at the Sutter County Museum in Yuba City.
I'm Gwen Ford. I'm the Executive Director of Connecting Cultures Collaborative, and I was the advisor on this project.
My name's Louie. I am a local artist. I've been here all my life. I've been painting just about everything, from dogs to cats to horses to whatever people want.
And you're the artist on this exhibit, correct?
Yes.
All right. So I understand that multicultural side of the Sutter County Museum was established in 2005 by you, Miss Gwen. Can you tell us a little bit how that vision came to life for you?
Okay, well, I was the advisor on this particular project. Mm-hmm. The museum actually had a multicultural wing.
Okay.
And so when I moved here, the African American community was missing from this, and so I volunteered to help the museum build this project as part of the multicultural wing.
Well, thank you very much for representing us, honey. We appreciate that very much. Can I ask, where did you go within the community to get some of the references that we see on the beautiful display?
I think a better question would be, where did I not go? Because I talked to many people who've been living here for years. I talked to people outside of this area. I talked to people who used to have family in this area. I even talked to folks in Sacramento and who provided some of the things that we have, and I also talked to the family of the Tuskegee Airmen.
Wow.
So doing research in archives, doing oral histories, and just reaching out to people who want to participate and provide information was a major part of our role.
How long did this go on before we have this? How long did it take you to get all that together?
2 years.
Yeah, it was, the efforts started long ago, so back to your previous question about the museum established this wing and built it in 2005. And so each exhibit was built with a community partner. And so just prior to my time, around probably 2019-ish, 2020, early 2020, the museum connected with Gwen. And then it was COVID and things got stalled, right. But there was still some research work being done behind the scenes. And then we had applied for and received a grant from California Humanities with Gwen as our project advisor. And so then that gave us the 2-year period to get it done.
It's amazing. Look at the team effort. It's beautiful. So this exhibit is called From Barbers Row to Beale Air Force Base, Black History in Yuba-Sutter. First of all, I love the name. Can you guys kind of give me a little idea, give our listeners an idea of where that name is established from?
Well,
you want that one? Yeah.
Actually, it was your idea. You came up with the actual language, but in the process of building this, we found that the majority of Black history centered around people arriving at Beale Air Force Base. And then those people establishing community outlets or groups like Mr. George's Barbershop, where they all met to support the community. So that's pretty much how we came to that name. But Molly came up with the specific name, which I thought was wonderful.
Yeah, museums love alliteration.
Yes.
We have to control ourselves, or else every exhibit would have a name like that. So we came up with it because of just, like Gwen was saying, sort of the key themes in Black history in Yuba-Sutter. So Barbers Row in Marysville on D Street goes back to Black-owned barbershops during the Gold Rush era, and that tradition continued through today. And then in the 20th century with Beale Air Force Base, there was a large population influx as well, and so those felt like important topics. And I think what Gwen was saying before too about talking to people in the community, that was how we learned some of what was important to the community to depict and make sure it was included in the exhibit. And those were a couple of the key topics that came up over and over again.
I love that. I love that. First of all, let me say congratulations to you guys as well, because you have been honored with a wonderful award. The Sutter County Museum has been selected for an award of excellence from the American Association for State and Local History for its permanent exhibit for Barbers Row to Beale Air Force Base, Black History in Yuba-Sutter. The AASLH Leadership and History Awards are the nation's most prestigious recognition. I know you guys all know this, but I'm putting this on here. For achievement in preservation and interpretation of state and local history. The Award of Excellence recognizes Sutter County Museum's exhibit on a national stage for its outstanding work in preserving, sharing, and celebrating the rich history and contributions of Black residents throughout the Yuba-Sutter region. Tomorrow, you guys will be awarded this at the ceremony here. Are you excited?
Very excited.
Yes, yes.
That's my second time I got an award. I got an award when I was 18 from Art Horizons. Right? And it's just a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Right? Saying you beat out 40,000 artists.
Oh, that's an accomplishment. Okay. My goodness.
I lost it in the flood.
Oh gosh, man.
So there you go.
We're gonna laminate, frame, and put this up high.
Yeah. So I have no proof.
Oh, I believe you though, honey.
I believe me too.
The art speaks for itself.
Sure, feel nice.
The recognition is great. You know,
I think it wasn't something that I looked forward to. It was something that came to me later.
Exactly.
And it's like, so the award that I won, my friend put me in. See, and she's like, I got something for you.
Yeah.
And she passed away since, but she was so excited. And like, I put you in this show in New York, and I won. Right?
Oh my God.
Meanwhile, she won one in the Midwest for a picture of the months.
Oh wow.
Picture that she did.
Wow.
But,
I love that. Well, Louie, since we're already talking to you, your art is all over Yuba-Sutter. How does it feel to contribute to such a project like this?
Well, it feels beautiful, because, I really, it's what I'm working for, right? Achievement, right? I'm not just working just to be out there, so it's like when I used to put my work in shows and stuff, it's like, they go, oh, you would have won, but your picture was too big. Oh, you would have won, but it was this.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no way anybody can draw that precise. Right?
Always moving up.
So I started doing murals.
Yeah.
It's like watch me draw it right in front of you.
Yes.
And that's
a flex, honey.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it's like, it's everything I did to achieve because of me.
Right. We know we have to work 10 times harder than the next person.
So yeah, I pride myself on drawing.
As you should.
Because everybody's AI now. Everybody's like projector now.
Yeah.
And so I'm stoic on, on actual learning abilities.
I love that. I love that.
And Louie painted live.
So that's very important.
Oh, okay. You've also painted live in the museum as well, she said.
Here live every day.
Every day. Well, we'll have to come and see that.
Like he said, it was the real deal. People could see the progress, and I think it just attracted a lot more attention to the project too. It was its own form of outreach.
Yes, absolutely. And I see you throughout the city painting live right in there with your murals and things, and it's just a wonderful upbringing to the community, and we know it's a person that's here, that's been here, and it's fine having outside people come in, but it is different when it's your homegrown folks doing things.
Right.
Yeah, it really does.
I think the award is great. However, I think the award for me was to communicate and accomplish.
Yeah.
And realizing the richness of this community.
I love that. With all that has already been accomplished, do you plan on expanding the exhibit or doing another exhibit like this with a different focus, but still in the vein of the Black community?
That's a really great question. I think a lot of the decisions we made were to keep the exhibit, a lot of, I'd say, the present day exhibit design is we try to stay very modular, so we have the option to make upgrades. So for example, once people start to see what kinds of artifacts we're looking for, what kinds of things are on display, it might give us a little more outreach. So for example, Gwen was already contacted by someone who donated another artifact to the museum related to this that we hope to add to the display. And so we gave ourselves the option to update, so we could rotate objects, we could add new things that come into the collection, we could add additional photos to the photo wall, and so it gives us the option, and it also, we have more than can fit on display, so we could look at doing temporary exhibits, and we've done a few public programs.
I have some stuff I can donate too. We did the marches in 2020, and I have my bullhorn. You can put that in there.
I love that too, because I think you bring up a really important point, which is a lot of times people think as the museum, we only want objects from the 1800s, but when people come and see, we have 20th century objects. We add things from the 21st century that are related to periods of history that are important for the future.
Yes.
So we love that you're already thinking that you have things that are 20th and 21st century that would be appropriate for the museum.
Absolutely. Oh no.
Those are historic.
They are.
We've learned that a lot of our history was from
Or in the floods, things like that.
Very sad. I was very fortunate to get the son of one of the Tuskegee, one of the three Tuskegee Airmen that lived up here when he was built by the school. They have passed on, but the son is almost up to age of at least one of the brother people. He got that just in time.
Yes.
And a lot of people told us they took stuff away.
Yeah.
And really, it's hard. If people learn what we're looking for, they start to change.
Yes, they're priceless. I love that. Yes, I have my list of things I'll be coming to bring. For sure. I'm part of history too. Okay. Molly, how does it make you feel learning all of this rich history and becoming part of history with this exhibit yourself?
Yeah, I would say, it feels special because it really was such a community effort. Everyone who took the time to share their stories, do an oral history interview with Gwen, donate photos or objects, they're represented somewhere in this exhibit. And it was really interesting to learn so many facts about history, and we also do our bulletin publication, so we publish articles about this. Gwen's written a few articles, and it just becomes a bigger and bigger archive of information that's available for people to learn. I think we said probably over 2,000 hours worth of research went into this exhibit.
Wow.
And then I think being so lucky to connect with Louie, because there were things, we were just talking before this, there were things that we didn't have photographs of because they're lost to history, like Gwen was saying. And so Louie was able to take photos and splice them together or do representations creatively of what things might have looked like, as well as copy actual photos.
The real AI.
Yeah. So I think it allowed us to get even more information and improving things that were more lost to time by the artist representation.
I love that. I love that. Since we're on the subject, how do people get in touch with you all if they would like to add to it or be a part of what you're doing?
That's a great question. They're welcome to talk to us and reach out. People who know Gwen, reach out to her directly. We at the museum, we have a form on our website where you can propose artifact donations, and then we can review those and get in touch with you about artifacts that we love to add to the collection. And so we try to make it easy, but people are also welcome to come by the museum. It's free to visit, and pick up a form from the front desk.
Emphasis on free, y'all. Free to visit. It's beautiful. I like I said, I'm quite ashamed that I've never walked into this building before. I've literally been to the Rose Garden for functions and things never came in there. So I'm just blown away. Just walking in on its own was like, oh my gosh. So this is really exciting for me, and I can't wait to tell people about it. Lastly, I just want to say, I want to ask, is there anything you want the community to know besides participating or anything? Anything heartfelt about the journey that you guys took together? Anything that you just want the community to know and understand about the exhibit and what you're doing here? And that's for all of you, whoever wants to answer.
I think that it is important for them to know number one, it's important for them to come see this exhibit and see the rich history that the African American community has in this community, because we don't build it. But it's also important for them to come and show the cultural bring to their children. So they haven't visited this museum. To me, they're depriving their children of some educational things that they're not going to pick up at school. And they don't know to look for in the library. But you come here with their visual history of things. And then like my son, he's in his 50s, he came and looked. Now he's looking at books that he can read on. So then, that's what we want our children to know, so that they know what teachers are.
And it gives a point of reference.
It gives them a point of reference, they can see it in.
I think that education is most important, especially to all kids, you know. When I was a kid, you know, I found the library. Once I found the library, I went to the library. And I went to the library on my own. And I spent all my time in the art department, because that's what I was. So I flipped through books and books and books and books and books. You know, studying every brush stroke, every color, everything, all your color wheels, and all that stuff. You know, I looked at Picasso. Picasso's what started it. You know, I was in first grade. I'm like, I can do that, right? But I never made Picasso money. Still don't. You know.
Well, thank you for your service, and we can tell.
Just say it.
No, absolutely, and we can tell your skill in your work. It's amazing. It's beautiful. The color hues, the intricacy of it, all of it, the detail. Like, yeah, that's Mr. George. You see him. You know, you see that's exactly who that is. So that's. Molly, is there anything you'd like to add?
I think touched on it a little bit before, and it echoes some of what they were saying, but I think it truly was a community effort. I think, we're just 3 of the many people who contributed, and it was such an honor to be a part of a project like this where so many people were so willing to talk to us, share photographs, have conversations, have, Gwen and other museums have into their homes to, learn from them, hear about their family histories and their family stories. And so that kind of makes the award that much sweeter, because I think there are so many people who are a really big part of this project who get to feel proud of the work that we put in, and that being recognized through the American Association for State and Local History kind of elevates the number of people that can hear about it, doing things like this, some of the press coverage we've gotten. Now we hope that even more people might hear about the project who hadn't heard about it yet, who have moved to other areas, and perhaps they'll contact us or they'll come visit.
Yes, absolutely. Is there anyone you guys would like to shout out or say thank you to for any reason sponsoring?
Anything here, let's do
Okay, well then we'll just wait then.
I like to thank every teacher that's ever been involved in my life.
And right now we have community members that are teaching history, and we give thanks for that. That is amazing that we're all able to do this. Thank you so much for you guys' time. Thank you for allowing me to come in and have this interview with you all. And
Let's drop in 5 to 7 to anytime.
yes, I will come through for sure. And on that note, we're gonna say good night. Come through tomorrow from 5 to 7. Drop in at any time between those times. They will be awarded their award that they were honored with, and also there will be refreshments and things like that, and you can see the exhibit yourself. It's absolutely free. Emphasis on free. The museum is always free here, okay? So bring your family, bring your loved ones, bring whoever you want, and come and see this wonderful exhibit.